This is my crane that I have built. It's built using a just basic angle iron. It's all aluminum, so it probably doesn't weigh 10 pounds altogether. I've built it out of 8-foot pieces, but I've cut them in half and overlapped them, so the overall thing's about 14 feet long, and I've bolted the pieces together so that I can disassemble it and put it in my car. The weights I've just got stuck on here. I've still got to do some more work with it. I've got the cables, and this is just 16th inch cable, but I've got the cable run and hooked into these aluminum angle pieces that I've stuck in here. I had to put 2 of them on it with these pieces going out to keep it steady from left to right, so when I pick it up, everything stays fairly steady, and it's working pretty good. I've still got a little bit more work to do to it, but as you can see, the whole thing moves around and works fairly well. And I've got some footage in a different video that I'll upload so that you can see it, but I kind of wanted to show you exactly what I had done here. So my external display is just a Sony DVD player that I bought at Radio Shack, and then I made this little panel thing out of really thin aluminum, and then got some piano hinge to put them together so that I could cover up the front of the display. And then I've got this mount that's just hooked to the same plate that I've got the cables hooked to for the front cables. The cables are just crimped cables. You can see they're just slid through and crimped. I'm getting bit by ants, which is why I'm jumping around here. But and then I've just got a piece of angle iron attached to the top here with a tube that comes up, and then I've got the cable actually run through this piece of plastic washer to keep it from rubbing on the metal. And then I've done this. I've put these adjustments on all of the cables so that I can adjust the tension to get everything like I want it. Same basic thing here in the front cable, or the front post. This is just to kind of give it some support. And then I've got my video cable run through here. These pieces are just spread out to eliminate some of the roll on the thing. So when I pick it up, it doesn't roll left and right. It stays fairly consistent. Then this is the front. Again, I've got the horizontal piece to keep it from rolling and to support the length of it. You'll notice that I've got 2 different lengths, or 2 different sizes of angle iron. That actually wasn't by choice. It just happens to be when I went to Home Depot, they only had 1 piece of the larger heavy gauge aluminum angle iron, so I ended up having to get 2 pieces of the smaller, just to get the length that I was wanting, because I was shooting for somewhere between 12 and 15 feet. You'll also notice here on the pulley, what I'm planning to do, and I haven't actually done it yet, but I'm planning to have this thing actually pivot left and right and back and forth. So what I've done here is I have a pulley on here that's run through, and you can see I just bent a piece of metal up in here and bolted it to the angle iron, and then I've got the bolts going through holding the pulley, and I'm going to attach a cable here that'll actually lift this thing left and right, or front and back, as far as the elevation goes. And then I've got one of those cable adjustment pieces here, and I'll try to pick this up so you can see it. But essentially the cable moves it this way for the up and down, and then this particular piece here moves left and right to give the camera the ability to turn left and right. And I've got an idea how I'm going to actually rig this, but for this particular version I don't have the cables rigged, so I've just got the camera sitting where it stays pointing forward. But that is my rig, and I've actually I had an old tripod that I had for my space telescope, and I had to do some changes on it because it had some dials and stuff in it to keep it from moving a whole lot. But I had to change a few things on it to allow it to connect. But all I've done on that particular part is I've bolted that top piece of angle iron down to that particular head on the tripod. So that's pretty much all there is to it. And again, I'll lift it up here so you can kind of see what's going on. But with the support cables and the ends on it, you can see it lifts up pretty easily and moves around. Everything works fairly well. I haven't shot a whole lot of footage